Hi, Susie from Pink Diamond Guide, stopping by to do a quick reading from the aspect of Libra. Let's have a look at how this energy is affecting Libra. Let's just do 6 quick cards and an oracle card and see how your energy is progressing, Libra. Look, I've still got a bubble of excitement around Libra energy. There's something about it at the moment that just really wants to, kill off old energy and really birth something new. So let's see what we've got for you. Yeah, Empress energy. Like, you guys are definitely moving into a more settled, more stable time after what has been a bit of a struggle. Yeah, look, there's our Ten of Swords. Let's have a look what we've got in the. So we've got the Empress, we've got the Six of Cups, we've got the Ten of Swords, we've got the King of Pentacles, the Five of Pentacles, and we've got the Two of Pentacles. Now look, Libra, it feels to me like you've been, you have been on a bit of a journey of late where you've been letting people go. You've been, questioning if you've done the right thing, and it's hard when you're a social person and you're a caring person and you like balance and you like things to be, you know, you like them to be to move along at a fairly buoyant pace, right? Where you feel like at any moment things are just going to get happy and good and balanced for me. And when things come along where you feel like you have to hurt somebody or you're in a position where someone's they're about to hurt you, it really does puts you into a struggle that other people don't necessarily understand because you appreciate balance so much. Now look, the push from you right now is the Empress, and I want to say this energy you want to turn on yourself at this point in time, because like it's very caring, very nurturing energy. So it's mothering, it's protective, and again, like I said before I open your card, it's like you really do want to birth something new. And the Empress is about fertility and it is about growing new experiences. But you don't get to that place until you're able to really feel like you balance. So you are drawing on the cosmos right now. You're drawing energy down to you, and you're trying to ground your walk through life, which is natural. Now we've got that Pluto and Aquarius energy, which again is really fueling this. Pluto is the planet of death and rebirth, but I say that's inherently neutral because you're getting the swing of both polarities. And when you come out of that is when new things really get created. And here, Libra, under this, with this Empress push for you, you really are birthing something new. And it's something that needed to happen. Whether it is you've told somebody, I'm done, I'm moving forward, the way we're operating just doesn't serve me anymore, it tips me out of balance each and every single time. Or somebody's saying that to you where you're going, we just really need fresh starts around our energy. Look, Libra, this is the window that you're going to do it under. What you're showing at the moment is that you're giving the past a lot of consideration. You're really thinking about what you've been through and, who's been there in that process. This could be that you've got children affecting your situation. For some people, that's naturally going to be true, but this feels to me more like you're working your way through the past. Perhaps you're letting somebody go and you're going, look, we have had some really wonderful times together. Let's not make the way that we end our connection, let's not make it any more painful than it needs to be. Let's not make it brutal. Let's not make it aggressive. Let's, as gracefully as we can, exit the scenario, because, to me, it doesn't feel like there's, it's like there's not a lack of love playing out in this scenario. It's just going, the way that you two were interacting with each other was not balanced. Someone was giving way more than the other person was, and it was tipping out of balance. And that's not always because, love's easy to feel, right? I say this all the time. You can get into the frequency of love as soon as you look at a kitten. You can fall into the frequency of love really, really readily, holding graces like faith and hope and patience and, compatibility. There's a bunch of other things that go into the mix. And the person that you've been interacting with, love was there, but like in the ability to hold the connection, there just was not enough compatibility. And you finally got to the point where you've accepted that energy and you want to burst something new. You're ready to let that old energy die in favor of something new. But in how you're doing it, you're going, let's revisit the past and go, yeah, this is when we were good. Let's hold on to the good times and not become each other's enemy. Let's just balancely, that's not even a word, is it? Move forward. Oh, it could be, I don't know. in the soul space. What we've got in soul space is the Ten of Swords. So this is not easy energy, is it? But you are coming to the end of it. And I think you've been working through this energy for a few months in realizing that your situation hasn't been serving you and you didn't want to hurt anybody. But enough knives in the back already, right? You like going, I'm hurting myself, and in trying to work it out, I feel like I'm just sabotaging everyone and everything, and I no longer want to be in a position where I either am hurt or cause hurt. Let's wrap this up. And it's not that I'm seeing, I haven't got any aces out here that indicate that fresh new start, but you've been working your way through this energy for a little bit, Libra. So look, I'm not surprised that the aces aren't out here. I feel them anyway, that you are pushing for a fresh new start. Look, what you've got here is the King of Pentacles. So King of Pentacles is an action-based energy, and it is about setting up new stability for yourself, and you're finding that a little bit tricky, because I think in some places that your energy is feeling like it's hard to birth something new, because I don't want to be hurting people, I just want to feel balanced. And I think the Empress energy is really going to support you in that. But turn this nurture on yourself. I think you have supported people enough. You've been supporting everyone involved in the scenario. You've been given it your best shot to make it as equitable as you can, and now is the time to really turn that energy on yourself in order to, and that might mean, look at this one, this is advice from Spirit, that might mean that you actually have to block someone or block something, and that's not your natural stance. You're about like leaving things on good terms and walking away, and which is what I was saying, you've been doing that. Let's remember the good times. Let's leave each other on a really good note and end these knives in the back. But I am leaving, right? I am leaving. I am shutting this door, and it will feel for a little bit like you're left out in the cold, or that somehow you've turned your back on your blessings, because you do care. And I think this is why you're pushing this ideal of going, let's remember the good times. But I'm locking you out anyway. Like I'm moving forward. It's, this painful scenario has hurt for too long. It's enough now. I'm turning my back, and I'm moving towards a new horizon. Now, the likely outcome, look at this juggling energy. And this is why I say I don't necessarily see the fresh new start here, because you're still juggling, in going, I want to sit in some level of euphoric recall, but I'm trying to close you out as well. And that puts you into a space of juggling. You want the pain to end. And how are you going to do that, Libra? What you've got to do, you've got to turn this loving energy on yourself. And I know that it's hard. Sometimes it's really, really hard to end a scenario that you absolutely know is not working. And you just want to pour your love onto that person. You just want to correct the scenarios. But when you come into realization that the good times of the past aren't going to sustain you, and sometimes love's just not enough, if you're truly incompatible to the point where either someone's cheated or lied, or they're moving in ways that just always feel like either you're hurting them or they're hurting you, then that's time. You can call time on something and still be kind about it, and still put that person behind you in order to move towards a new connection. Now let's have a look. Let's just get you an oracle card to see if we can wrap out this message for you today. What have we got? The Artist. Yeah, look, I haven't got all the aces out, but I've got the Artist, which is really, really beautiful. Remember I said just before I felt like essentially that planet in Aquarius was a pretty neutral scenario, in much as it's going to knock things over and then it's going to rebirth something new. And then you get to the point where you can actually create. This is the Artist. It's going, what do you want your future to look like? This is where this new energy wants to birth, and I'm suspect at the moment that you actually know how to build that future out in front of you. It doesn't feel like you've got all the answers just yet, but they're coming, right? And the energy of the Artist is all about, like, what is your vision? What is firing up? What can you imagine for your future that you can, get excited about? And here you've got the Empress, who's ready to nurture and birth something new. You've got the Empress and the Artist. This is about building your new life out in front of you with all the hopes in the world for positive things to come your way. Now, when we manifest, right, we're going to bring towards us what we are and not what we want. And if you're sitting in the energy of the Empress and the Artist, you can pretty much create whatever it is you want. Your biggest struggle here, I see it in two places, is going in the King of Pentacles sitting in the challenge position, is you don't know what you want to create. So you're juggling the past and the future here and kind of sitting at a neutral point. What you do know is you want the pain to end. So if you've put an end to the situation, power to you. If you're trying to do it with all the grace in the world, more and more power to you as you start to build this new future out in front of you. Righto, Libra, that's your quick update for today. I'm going to wrap your reading up there. So in faith, hope and love, it's bye from me for now.